Screwman here, and I did a short a few days ago where I basically said that there were a ton of Best Buy open box GPUs, and I said there were Astrals for $2,200 or $2,100, and that's beyond incredible, right? Like my buddy sent me it because my buddy tracks 5090s, and I've wanted an Astral, and you're just not like, I have a great working relationship with Asus, but you're just not going to get them sent to you. And when I saw this, I was like, oh my God. Now, I've bought open box GPUs before, so I was okay with it. But then I thought, wait a minute, why are there so many? Because he bought one and his buddy bought one, and then I bought one, and then they were up for maybe like 30 minutes. Now, maybe it was just like people had buyer's remorse because these are $3,300 to $3,500 GPUs, right? And return them. But then I was like, well, there's a lot of scams with 4090s, 3090s, and 5090s. You've all heard of them. So I was like, oh. And then, my buddy opened his this morning, and he's like really pissed because he essentially got an RTX 4090 in it. He got scammed. I don't know how Best Buy missed that, but he did. And he took it to the store, and they're like, well, you have to call corporate. And he's going to do it, and he's going to keep me posted. And we're going to make sure he gets made whole, right? Because, we'll post it online and all that, right? But he filmed it unboxing it. So mine came in today, and this is how the box came in, guys. Now, I did remove the label, but, look at how this box showed up. And I do want to note that you can see the box in here. Can you see the 5090 in here? Because you can definitely see it right there. And the box was open. So I'm thinking, oh my God, I am so screwed. And there was a 5090 drop on a few days ago. Now I share all these with you on my channel. So if you, and on my Twitter and my Discord, because we're trying to help people get 5090s as there's going to be a severe shortage of them coming up. So if you want them for gaming, buy them now before they get expensive. Anyway, back to the story. I'm like, oh my God, I'm screwed. So I took a video of it. Okay, so I muted the sound on this unboxing, and I filmed it in a different way because this was for Best Buy, basically, if I got screwed. Because I was pretty convinced that I was getting screwed, as you can see from the hole in the box. So long story short, I opened it. I mean, I really didn't even need to cut it, but I kind of wanted to do that to show that I popped the security open, and I pulled it out, and the box is there, so that's a start, right? So it's a 5090 box, so that's a win, right? And then now we have to open it, and this is the most terrifying part because right now I'm basically thinking, oh God, there's like a 4090 or a 3090 or I thought for a second I had like a 2080 Ti in there. So I'm trying to open it with one hand, and it's a heavy box. So the fact that it was a heavy box made me feel better. I was like, okay, this is probably like the core stripped out. I'm thinking worst case scenario just because, my friend had just gotten scammed. So now I mount it on a fan. I mount my phone basically, and I unbox it. And whoops! I didn't drop it. I tried not to drop it anyway. And we open it up, the moment of truth, and oh God, okay, oh thank God. All right, so it's there. Okay, so it's an Astral. All right, so it's an Astral. Now we just have to make sure the core is there and it hasn't been taken out. So that's the only unboxing part you need to see. So it's here, and it's an Astral, but I'm not out of the woods yet. First thing I want to do is I want to make sure that the core and the VRAM are there, because those get stripped sometimes. So you can see vaguely that they're there. Okay, so that's a positive, right? And then I want to make sure this is actually the 5090 and not like the 5080, because I've seen people pull off the serial numbers, and you can see right here it says Astral 4090 gaming. All right, so that's good. I don't see any damage around the PCB, which is nice. I don't see any damage anywhere. It looks good. It looks like, no. Is there plastic on here? No, there's some scratches on this part, but I guess it's okay. I don't see anything else. This card is massive, like utterly massive, and it's cool that it has 2 BIOSes. But yeah, it looks legit, and it's heavy. This thing is really heavy. I wonder if I'm gonna be able to put it in my case mounted vertically. I mean, I think I will. The Haven HS420 brackets are really incredibly awesome. So, all right. So now is the moment of truth, and we put it in the PC and hope the core is there. It looks like we're good though, but fingers crossed. This is wild that I'm having to do this, but like I said, my buddy did get scammed on his open box. We'll see if Best Buy makes him whole. All my other friends were good, but like there are plenty of issues with buying 4090s, 3090s, and 5090s. So you have to always do your due diligence. Frankly, I would not buy a 5090 from anywhere unless you had the ability to charge back, as like always use a credit card when you're buying a 5090 basically. Now, the last thing I'd want to do is burn my bridge with Best Buy, as I've bought a lot of GPUs from them over the past, but I'd rather do that than get screwed out of, this thing was $2,300. So don't want to get screwed out of that. All right, so let's go ahead and put this on the bench. All right, I'm running Steel Mode Nomad stress test. This thing's power draw is insanity. Woo, it's like 600 watts. It's pretty cool though. 65 degrees. You can see it right here. It's got the 4 fans. I think everything is okay. I had 1% on Furmark for the memory controller, but then I realized that Furmark uses no VRAM. This light's coming on, and I just think it's because I'm pushing a lot of power through this cable, and it's pretty hot. I'm not gonna run this for much longer. This thing will be installed in my gaming PC with has a 5090 Founders in it, and I'll be using that for something else. It looks like it works. I don't see anything wrong. I want to get it in my main PC, and I really, really want to stress it, but this initial stress looks like it passed. All right, so now we know the GPU is there, and it's actually what it says it is, and we've tested it. Let's take a look at the box. So, I looked through, and it looks like it comes with everything. Now, I don't know if it comes with everything, but it looks like it does. I mean, it comes with this neat keycap, which is kind of cool. A GPU bracket, which I don't need because my Astro will be going in vertically, but it's still good to have. I'll use it in a flip or something. And then the new adapter, which is always good. Now, I'm looking at the box, right? And there's something that says OBE on it. I don't know what that means. Then, if you look up here, it shows that it's like a refund ticket or something. I don't know what RLC means. If anybody does, let me know. And it says return date 7/23/25. So this was returned a few months ago, which makes me think Best Buy has been sitting on a bunch of these. And I mean, the box is kind of beat up a little bit, and printed date, it looks like it got back in the system on the 11th of October. I don't know. I mean, the box is not in the best shape. I would have liked it to be better. That's okay. So yeah, this is the condition of the box, but I mean, whatever, it's fine. If I ever flip this thing, eventually sell it, when I'm done with it, having the box is always a good thing. Better than not having the box, but no, it doesn't matter. The cool thing is 5090s hold their value forever. So as you saw, it's safe. Now I need to do a tiny bit more testing on my main PC, but everything looks good. The Astro is a beast. The quality is top notch. I don't like the bracket being as small as it is, but what are you going to do? And I actually had the light blink when I guess I was pushing a little too much power on my test bench because it has an old 12-volt high-powered cable. So I look like I'm safe. Now, after hearing what happened to my friend who it's going to get addressed, and I will obviously leave a short to give you an update on how it got addressed, you have to be wary, right? Like I said already before. And when you saw my box, I was like, oh, God, I thought I was done. And looking at the condition of this box, I also thought I was done. Which, honestly, that's not out of the normal. Frankly, you don't even get these shells a lot of the time. You just get this kind of box when you buy open box, which, again, is fine. But, with the rep of, issues buying 4090s, 5090s, 3090s, you get nervous, especially after one of your buddies kind of gets screwed on it. But I'm good. Best Buy's, look, as long as he gets made whole, it's, Best Buy's QC is crap, but buying from them is safe, especially if you have a credit card. Because, I've heard of people getting screwed by Best Buy. Now, that's just someone saying they have. I don't have firsthand knowledge of that. So I'm not about to torch Best Buy. But if you buy with a credit card, at the very worst, you charge back. I had an instance once where I got screwed by a company which I'll remain anonymous during the shortage, and I charged back and I won. They tried to play games, and when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. My credit card charged them back, and they, what could they do? So that's your last line of defense. Best Buy is not a place I'd want to burn the bridge to, so I'd only want to charge back as a last final option. But that just kind of goes to show that, I honestly probably would never buy one of these from Amazon, even though their return policy is great too. You're probably going to get screwed on Amazon. I know 4 people who bought this, maybe 4 or 5, and so far, 4 of us have gotten them. 3 have been good, 1 has been bad. So that's not good overall, but with high value items like this, I guess it's bound to happen. But if this was Amazon, I feel like it'd be 100 out of 100. But, Amazon also has a fantastic return policy. Point is, only buy from a reputable source. Don't ever buy from a person, especially if you don't know them and you can't pay with a credit card, because if you can't charge back, you're basically SOL. So I definitely would not recommend that. But this was my experience. I got a $2,300 Astral. You can't beat it. Honestly, you can't beat it. I saved basically over $1,000 on it, and I never thought I'd have a GPU like this. I always thought it would be out of my reach. Now, yes, I had to buy it used, condition excellent, but by the judging of this thing, it looks like someone bought it, used it for a tiny bit, and had severe buyer's remorse. And I maybe would too if I paid $3,300 for a 5090. But that said, I guess I feel pretty lucky. This will be the final GPU in that PC for now, unless the 5090 Ti comes out, which I don't think it will. But, be vigilant, be safe, and let me know what you think in the comments down below. And yes, I would say, even with everything that I went through with a beat up box and the tension and what happened to my buddy, that Best Buy open box for 5090s is safe. Sometimes things are too good to be true. Thankfully, this one wasn't, but it certainly felt like I was done in the beginning. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. Peace out.